Sure, he must have been coming to understand I'm the fulfillment, of those prophetic passages. And it's hard to think of that just all being there at one point, perhaps as a young child. It is, of course, the incarnate Christ that we're thinking about. And there was the normal processes of human development on his part. He was a child, he was an adolescent, he was an adult. It's in the apocryphal Gospels that the child Jesus did amazing things. He was a child. His brothers and sisters grew up with him and did not think this is the Messiah. It was after the resurrection that they believed in him. And so he went through the normal processes. Wisdom, of course, is practical, and as we think of Jesus going through the different stages of development, he learned what it meant to be the Messiah in those different stages. He learned obedience from what he suffered, for example, we're told in Hebrews. He learned in practice. And I think we see that process preparing him for the beginning of his public ministry. And as he grew and developed, of course, people looking on were coming to understand more of the wisdom that was there as it began to show itself and be drawn out, I suppose we could say, by his life experience, and see how he responded, and to see there his messianic work being worked out in the realities of a first century Jewish life. One question, I suppose, comes up in people's minds inevitably, did Jesus always know he was the Messiah? And I don't think we are told in Scripture definitively. We can see, for example, in the temple when he was discussing with the teachers and the lawyers, there was an awareness of a mission that he had, and at 12 years old, that was there. But again, if we think of the development of his human mind as he studied the Scriptures, I think we ought to see it as something that developed gradually, and his human mind, it was formed as he engaged with Scripture, coming to understand that this is the role that he was to fulfill.